criminal arrested by Lord Sinhar Ambar Anati. Chapter 2 Temptress Vision. She recalled the criminal scene of those greedy money elites who resisted end of money and also all money-related systems as antichrists. They promoted falsehood and lies to manipulate and contaminate the mass with their own money empire agenda, promoted a false evil idea as land liberation and free money to stage the final stage of their money empire agenda for their own greed. A temptress vision has encircled me like a willful shadow of a slumbering dream. Is it the powerful light of purpose? If I squint with all my strength I may see it. Always must it be inside of me like a pilot fish inseparable from its host. It fearlessly drinks my essence. Such a bitter taste I muse. Spit it out upon your table of perfection. Explanation. I had fulfilled my official duty on behalf of Lord Sinhar Inanaschamra and Lord Sinhar Ambar Anati to inform her the proceed of these greedy rebels as robotic rebels and as shadows of evil money empire regime, since they are heavily contaminated with greedy money belief as a pre-programmed proceed of money empire agenda. She testified that she had lived that horrors and described such evil pre-programming as temptress vision as it had happened exactly as what I had informed her in advance as egoistic humans 2.0 symptom. I had submitted Lord's divine solution and commanded her on behalf of Lords for a determined military action to completely terminate such horrors. However, due to her arrogance in action, she allowed such horrors to be staged again as fated regretfully and sadly. She herself lived and testified that all humans 2.0, including herself, are at a terrific hopeless situation, just as what I had once informed her about the manipulative mechanism that had enslaved all humans 2.0 as a pre-programmed robotic rebel as antichrist and as an unconscious slave race for eternity. I had explained the design and the reality of that cosmic manipulative mechanism scientifically and also explained the existence of that evil cosmic setup mechanically, also provided divine solution on behalf of Lords to terminate and to turn around such terrific situation with a determined military action peacefully and to fix all humans 2.0 properly before it is too late. However, she arrogantly did nothing to terminate and to turn around that terrific hopeless situation and just allowed it to happen irresponsibly. I had explained to her that such evil mechanical setup is a cosmic-wide evil creation created and installed by some evil players, as it is just a mirror image and setup hanged on planet Earth. The galaxy is infinitely edgeless as what we intended for according to the principle of universal law, and it is impossible for us to police every corner and every planet to avoid evil doings of some evil players. Although we could exercise our absolute authority to remove it, it doesn't help much as all humans 2.0 are already trapped within and will be forever trapped within the cosmic mechanical setup as slave and gone to unknown places in galaxy for eternity. Their only chance is via Lord's immediate rescue here on planet Earth, as what was prophesied in many religious texts by many enlightened ones. I had submitted Lord's divine solution to her as the ultimate solution to end all greedy struggle and also to terminate the terrific hidden influence of former Lords to all humans 2.0. She should immediately command a determined military action to restructure government, terminate all evil greedy influence applied on governmental hierarchy due to evil doings of former Lords, who were proceeding their money empire agenda behind those greedy money elites as bankers, corporate elites, and corrupted politicians, etc. As a national governmental powerful figure, she should determinately terminate money, private possession, and corporate structure with her governmental authority responsibly, with just a march of lifelong government civil servant of all with full compliance of universal law as oneness and absolute equality for all. Ultimately the nature of society will change drastically as a lifelong government public academy for all with only teachers and students. Compare this grain of sand with your galaxy. This spire of sorrow with your deepest eye. If my callous mind can see you, there are no interventions. No pathway away. Convergence.
Only to discover distant sunlight, heaven make the sky so blue.
Explanation. Informed by national security and also explained by me personally on behalf of Lords, she was fully aware of who we are actually, as governor and creator of this galaxy and also all God-mind genetic soul carriers. I had explained to her personally about the reality of cosmos, universe, and life as we are all one, However, all humans 2.0 are trapped within negativity and pre-programmed egoism due to creational mistake and terrible abusive management of former lords. Therefore, they act as shadow of money empire regime as robotic rebel and antichrist to stage horrors endlessly for all till all humans 2.0 are dead and replaced finally with pre-programmed money slave clones. I explained to her personally about our secret as governor and creator of galaxy and also all God-mind genetic soul carriers, since all humans 2.0 has misunderstood the reality of cosmos, universe, and life deceptively. Although we are game admin of this galaxy who possessed with absolute authority against all within, it is impossible for us to police every corner of galaxy and to police every planet as evil players sometimes arise to challenge our absolute authority and by all means to escape our monitoring via life system for their evil doings by manipulating and preying on the weak, or creating and manipulating godless clones. When tragic arises due to evil doings of these evil players, it is our obligation to police it with universal law through justice action and to save our God-mind genetic soul carrier creations as the true authority within galaxy against all. Besides, just as what she had witnessed herself inside Lord's genetic lab, due to change of management of planet Earth, Lord Sinhar Ambar Anati has replaced former Lord Sinhar Inki and brought forth another God-mind genetically perfect soul carrier template as humans 3.0 Wingmakers. It is neither alien nor alien invasion as promoted deceptively by Illuminati, but another God-mind genetic soul uniform which was prophesized by many enlightened ones in both Western and Eastern religion texts. Described in Western biblical history as gift from lords to reward those faithful ones for promotion through on-demand incarnation. Humans 3.0 is neither a manipulated slave race nor a negativity trap as humans 2.0 used to be, described in Eastern Buddhism texts as Universal Buddha or described in animation as Divine Law Warrior, assists lords to police the galaxy with universal law. I am a lockpicker, a tunnel digger, a fence cutter of the wicked watchers, a traveler that has sought the mystery that eludes all but the outlaws, the wild-eyed, unrelenting fools of purpose that remain outside the laboratory of wingless flight. Explanation. I had explained to her the greedy resistance against Lord Sinhar Inanaschamra and Lord Sinhar Ambar Anati's universal law governance as the return of lords pre-told by biblical history since World War II. These money elites and corporate elites within the establishment of former lords' money empire hierarchy refuse to accept absolute equality without money, without private possession and without corporate structure but just a march of lifelong government civil servant of all with nothing for sale. Backed by money elites as bankers and corporate elites as Illuminati, these greedy rebels secretly moved to United States after World War II to start many horrific experiments as these rebels' final greedy struggle in order to resist Lord's universal law governance before Lord's justice action against these greedy rebels as antichrists, eliminate money completely by removing and destroying all banking systems and bank accounts with a determined military action. Lord Sinhar Ambar Anati has been on her official duty decades ago. She had secretly sent many humans 3.0 Wingmakers to contact and to convince those misbelief scientists to confess and to make public disclosure to the arrogant mass about their guilt against the mass. These scientists misunderstood reality of cosmos, universe, and life and being used by money elites behind Nazi to participate many horrific experiments in United States in purpose of massive mind control via another set of satellite technology against all humans 2.0 and creation of godless cloned money slaves as their final greedy struggle against Lord's justice action. They also collected and moved all Nazi gold out of planet Earth trickery since World War II to prepare the establishment of another money empire regime hiddenly out of planet Earth once Lords take justice action against them. These greedy money elites as bankers and corporate elites as Illuminati staged terrorism and war in purpose to take move to establish their pre-programmed money empire regime agenda before justice action of lords. They intend to establish another global currency to annihilate everything on planet Earth with their money corporations and to enslave all humans 2.0 with money and petroleum to secure their money dictatorship against all. They created wars in name of false justice but greed in order to fight against Lord Sinhar Ambar Anati and to resist ultimate justice action of lords against them as antichrists. World War III shown on biblical history was there another final fight against Lord's universal law governance before her ultimate justice action against them all. they staged World War III after they had annihilated everything with their money and money corporations, in purpose of massive destruction of God-mind humans 2.0 and replaced with godless cloned money slaves. Therefore, money must end immediately before these greedy elites took further move against the mass and lords with their demonic deeds. You are the eternal watcher who lives behind the veil of form and comprehension, drawing forth the wisdom of time from the well of planets. You cast your spell and entrain all that I am. Am I just a fragment of your world? A memory hidden by time? A finger of your hand driven by a mind unfamiliar with skin? Touch yourself and you sense me. Explanation. I had explained to her the existence of a managerial hierarchy within galaxy, within planet Earth, and the final resort as Judgment Day, when these greedy elites continue to resist removal of money, private possession, and corporate structure, continue to stage their pre-programmed money empire agenda as robotic rebel and as antichrist, which were completely unmanageable and unstoppable. In addition, I shown her the original tragic of all humans 2.0 with Maria if we did not call central authority for help. Therefore, as life system admin on planet Earth, I explained to her that it is our obligation to alter the tragic fate of all humans 2.0 and also this planet, requested help from the central authority as democratic government of Nibiru, replaced former Lord Sinhar Inki and his son money god Sinhar Marduk, requested justice action as Judgment Day from the central authority, to rescue the innocent ones and to completely remove the mess due to former lord's evil doings. Money, petroleum, and all evil things were removed completely. Planet Earth was restored into her natural beauty technologically, and universal law governance for all had restored for eons. She recalled the criminal scene after Judgment Day when tragic really happened as what I had informed her in advance, and finally we had to exercise our absolute authority to perform Judgment Day against all greedy rebels. Sadly, I called her into our genetic lab with genetic technology, and she met me up again in our underground genetic lab when I already completed my official duty on behalf of Lords unsuccessfully and no longer wearing a human's 2.0 genetic soul carrier as what she had witnessed and comprehended as behind the veil of form and comprehension. She finally witnessed what I had once informed her, as there is a management hierarchy within galaxy and also within every planet, and that genetic lab is Lord's Justice Office and also as our technological control center for monitoring all God-mind genetic soul carriers on planet Earth as Lord of Earth and Lord of Life to police it with universal law. I explained the reality of life to her scientifically on behalf of Lords as creator and ancestor of humans 2.0, we are all one as God's children. I also explained to her scientifically as there are many powerful features behind God-mind genetic soul carriers, and I had successfully demonstrated to her how it works on humans 2.0 genetic soul carrier also as wisdom of time. These powerful intelligent features are just part of life powered by God as intelligent life system, and had once discovered and described by founder of Buddhism thousands of years ago as Buddhahood, or had been demonstrated by those enlightened one who were able to write gospels and biblical history when in connect with intelligent life system. The scientific reality about life, just greed makes us very stupid.
Only to discover distant sunlight, heaven make the sky so blue.
Visions wild with love. Splendor that beckons like a secret whisper of gladness spread on the winds by an infinite voice. The sound of all things unified. I am part of that voice. Part of that sound. Part of that secret whisper of gladness.
Only to discover distant sunlight, heaven make the sky so blue.
Explanation. She finally understood what vision of love really is scientifically. Surely it is very different from what those greedy elites have promoted falsely as just egoistic humans 2.0 symptom, take every opportunity for greed, for war, and for gain for oneself. Although many faithful humans 2.0 had pleaded for the arrival of vision of love through many political and economic reforms, like many followers of Karl Marx, none of them truly understood what love is thoughtfully, and none of them had implemented it successfully till arrival of Lords finally due to mismanagement and egoistic humans 2.0 symptom. With my wisdom of time, I had successfully revisited many historical political figures and diagnosed the fundamental fault in their philosophical belief, which ended with great tragic adversely due to mismanagement, misunderstood reality of cosmos, universe, and fundamentally ignored the true problem among all humans 2.0 as egoistic humans 2.0 symptom. She misunderstood freedom and allowed greedy money elites and corporate elites as Illuminati to create the problem as described by her as Rebel Book, Facebook, another guilty antichrist, whereas a very worst biblical tragic resulted in United States as they manipulated the mass deceptively for their own greed. These antichrists fooled the mass again with a deceptive greedy idea once suggested by President John Kennedy and President Lincoln, as a false land liberation and also a greedy money war. Land liberation concept was promoted as a free land listing system, whereas these money elites and corporate elites used their money to annihilate everything by their own money or steal public land as landlord through what so-called land liberation trickery. Also they resisted and refused to end money trickery but promoted another new currency as money war between money elites themselves for money dictatorship for mass enslavement, just as the proceed of Europe and Africa. These money elites and corporate elites preceded the money empire agenda with divide and conquer as egoistic humans 2.0 symptom, split up Europe with their greedy hands and finally proceeded with a new currency as Euro dictatorship as a final stage of money empire agenda. That's the hopelessness of all humans 2.0, such tragic will never end till Lord's justice action against them forcefully, ending money, private possession and corporate structure completely. Africa is the ultimate tragic worldwidely when money empire agenda fully implemented by these money elites and corporate elites, everyone being abandoned with great suffering and starving. Tribal wars among these greedy elites never ends till all humans 2.0 are dead. As testified by military time traveler, greedy elites as bankers and corporate elites as Illuminati we knew presently just used a generation, dragged the whole world into an extreme hell due to their greed as generation is getting worse and worse due to heavy contamination with greedy money belief massively and also their abuse of technology. Therefore, justice action of Lords as Judgment Day is inevitable if they refuse to end money, private possession, and corporate structure immediately. As reported by military time travelers sent by Lord Sinhar Ambar Anati, shared how we rescued the extreme tragic created by these money elites as bankers and corporate elites as Illuminati. Government heads declared national emergency and government restructure with a military action, removed and destroyed all banking systems and deleted all bank accounts immediately without a trace. All private possession and corporate administration were shut down with all records deleted also, everything owns by government. Lifelong government public duty is required for all by criminal law and returned with a lifelong government public servant apartment. All kinds of money usage and transactions is forever prohibited with death penalty. Divine solution provided by Lords was fully implemented finally and universal law was fully complied among all humans 2.0, a true paradise for all finally arrived. This limitation must end in lucid flesh. The dream of sparks ascending. Quickening the cast of hope. Avoid the brand of passivity. The signs complain. Shun manipulation before you are stained. Spurn all formula and write new equations. In the language of sand. Explanation. There is nothing more dangerous in the world than honest ignorance and stupidity. We made her to vow to herself after Judgment Day at the genetic lab when she remembered all the horrors and tragic happened to all humans 2.0 due to her ignorance, stupidity, and inaction. Although Lord Sinhar Ambar Anati and I were in service on planet Earth, however due to her egoistic humans 2.0 symptom, she did not accept Lord's command to fully comply universal law by executing divine solution with a determined military action immediately but ignored arrogantly till it was too late and regretted sadly when she had lived that tragic again just as what we had informed her in advance. She finally realized the manipulative mechanism and set up behind all humans 2.0 due to evil doings of former lords. Although we had replaced former Lord Sinhar Inki successfully, that's nothing much we could do if she did not take action herself to terminate money completely. I explained the manipulative mechanism cosmologically as how humans 2.0 are trapped for eternity and manipulated as robotic rebel as antichrist. The solution is very similar as what founder of Buddhism had described and experimented himself thousands years ago. Humans 2.0 have to get out from entrapment within this life, otherwise they will be automatically recycled into the mechanism randomly, unconsciously, and infinitely. There is no such nonsense thing as alien invasion, but corrupted power and sell out the mass for greed only due to former lord's evil doings. Sinhar Ambar Anati has successfully replaced former Lord Sinhar Enki and his son money god Sinhar Marduk. She tried to negotiate with all government heads desperately for decades already, however nothing much we could do if she did not take action herself.
Afternoon is lazy, river flowing, all around the sounds moving closer to them, telling them the story told by Flora, dreams they never knew.
Heed no other, nor listen to the seduction of holy symbols. Standing before the windows of truth. Define from a foreign tongue. These are the battered keys that have led me to unlocked doors. Doors that collapse at a mere breath. And behind which lay more pieces to collect for the holy menagerie. The never-ending puzzle.
Only to discover distant sunlight, heaven make the sky so blue.
I once reminded her, think about righteous instead of freedom. Her mismanagement mainly due to her misunderstanding about freedom, whereas I had explained to her personally on behalf of lords scientifically, philosophically, and behaviorally, due to former lords' evil doings, all humans 2.0 are trapped within negativity trap due to money belief enslavement, although she had allowed freedom of press to try unwrapping the falsehood and lies promoted by demonic money corporate media, or allow user-generated content to flourish on internet in order to tackle the demonized money corporate media manipulation after they staged terrorism and war altogether with money elites for money wars endlessly. Nothing changed as she did not understand the true problem among all humans 2.0, they think evil, speak evil, and do evil for one's gain instead. Due to former lords' evil doings, manipulation against all humans 2.0 with negativity entrapment as money belief and money enslavement, all humans 2.0 are trapped deceptively and unable to contact with the divine truth body as God as intelligent life system. Therefore Sinhar Ambar Anati has provided with official education materials for re-educating them and lift them off from such negativity trap. Although Lord Sinhar Ambar Anati had already submitted the official educational material to her and offered her living assistant for help, she ignored it and still allowed money belief and money enslavement to contaminate all humans 2.0, allowed falsehood and lies promoted by money elites and corporate elites as Illuminati due to her inaction and her betrayal to universal law as egoistic humans 2.0 symptom. In Eastern regions, the founder of Buddhism had foreseen evil fall of Buddhism through life intelligence system thousands years ago, as his followers fell into separations. His principal teaching as a practical path for true liberty of life through liberating negative thought by selfless and faithful philosophical and behavior practice, was twisted and downgraded into money god worships for greed adversely, contaminated it with money belief as what it is now, just another example of egoistic humans 2.0 symptom. Due to money belief enslavement throughout generations, they are molded with an extremely negative self-centered thinking pattern, unaware of the reality that they have devilized everything according to their egoism thinking. Founder of Buddhism defined his teaching as a practical philosophical and behavioral practice based on his successful experimentation for true liberty of life. However, due to disconnection to God as life intelligent system, his followers had misunderstood the whole picture as we are all God's children and also ignored the proper practice. It contributed to the separation of Buddhism which devoted to its fall finally as what we seen now. Official educational material provided by Lord Sinhar Ambar Anati is more than just a philosophical and behavior practice. It explained everything about the reality of cosmos, universe, and life in details scientifically, philosophically and behaviorally from a creator perspective comprehensively, lifting humans 2.0 from an entrapped slave into a cosmos creator.
Silver willows, tears from Persia, rose who come from a far off island, picture chanterelles under cover, glory of the
Official Education Curriculum, Path for True Liberty. Presented by Lord Sinhar, Ambar, Anati and Humans 3.0 Wingmakers. Properly understand reality of cosmos, universe, and life scientifically. 1. Genetics. Properly understand life within universe as God-mind genetic soul carrier, a genetically coded game avatar powered by God as intelligent life system. 2. Cultural revolution. Properly use God genetic soul carrier as instrument of God intelligently with proper practice, an expression of God. With proper philosophical understanding as God-mind genetic soul carrier is a God-mind biological information system, functionality of God-mind genetic soul carrier as an expression of God behaviorally. 3. Neoscience belief system generates quantum information as karma. 4. Metaphysics mind over matter as God is the source of all life. 5. Psychocoherence belief system drives our behavior. 6. Sensory data stream quantum information management. Final destination. 7. Sovereign integral true liberty of life. All the stars in the sky. Recall the purpose of your hallowed light. Burn a hole through the layers. Peel all the mockery away. Enjoin the powers to answer this call. Bring the luminous vision hidden behind the whirling particles of the mapmaker. Let it enter me like a shaft of light that enters a cave's deepest measure. Ancient fires still burn in these depths. Who tends them? What eyes are watching? Waiting. Waiting for time's flower to bloom. To submerge in the relentless subtlety that moves beyond my reach with a jaguar's stealth. To dream of elder ways that leap over time and leave behind the puzzle of our making. Explanation. She finally realized all the problems among all humans 2.0 was created by former Lord Sinhar Enki and his son money god Sinhar Marduk. When I had explained the reality to her on behalf of Lord Sinhar Inanastamra and Lord Sinhar Ambar Anati from Democratic Government of Nibiru. No one is perfect when unattended. Satan was once an angel, however, he got tested and tempted. All genetic experiments on planet Earth gone far away from the original plan they had once submitted to the central authority as just for accumulation of knowledge for God as life intelligent system, from creation of a God-mind biological genetic soul carrier in their images, also creation of solar system, planets, and planet Earth specifically for this genetic experiment. Everything is creation, including planet Earth as it was created from a mega-asteroid into an inhabitable planet filled with different biological life with different cosmos technologies. The point is who is in charge of it. There is a management hierarchy on planet Earth named as lords who are in charge of everything we seen here, from weather, atmosphere, creations, etc. They were mistakenly being named as gods religiously since we have misunderstood the reality of cosmos, universe, and life. We are all God's children and in reality they are all living humans but wears another genetic soul carrier which enables them to function differently as cosmos creators. All biblical stories about floods, catastrophes, wars, poverty, suffering, etc. were not natural disasters but man-made disasters for their evil deeds. O Temptress Vision! You steal my hunger for human light. If there is anything left to hollow, let it be me. If there is anything left to cage, let it run free. If there is anything left to dream, let it be our union. Explanation. When have informed her about the true problem among all humans 2.0 on behalf of Lord Sinhar Inanastamra and Lord Sinhar Ambar Anati and finally she had lived the tragic due to her ignorance and inaction regretfully, she finally realized what I once informed and reminded her is the absolute truth. Think about righteous instead of freedom. Accept Sinhar Inanastamra and Lord Sinhar Ambar Anati's universal law governance before it is too late. Regretfully due to her inaction, she not only has not accepted universal law governance as an antichrist although we already provided divine solution for her immediate action, but also forfeited the true salvation opportunity which Lord Sinhar Inanastamra and Lord Sinhar Ambar Anati offered to all humans 2.0 for their true liberty sadly and regretfully.
Some they know it's passion, some as freedom, some they know